And we should be live now.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Yeah, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. We've got a few here already, nice and early. But today on the live stream, I've got my good buddy over in the USA. We've got DJ, and DJ runs a YouTube channel called Foxberg's Fabbercobblin. Now, there's a good bit of pun in that line, DJ, and it took, as you know, DJ, I'm not too bright, but I can lift heavy things. And DJ had to explain it to me one day about what his name means. So let's hear it from you, DJ. Welcome.
I thought it was a lot more normalized, I guess. I've heard AVEs say it. I've seen others. Hey, the Eddies are in here. What's going on?
The Eddies, yeah. G'day, Eddie.
What do you call? Just a lot of people Fabbercobblin, which is a real slander to the cobbler. Because, you go into an actual cobbler shop, and there's a lot of cool machines in there. You don't see them very often, but any which way, it's just, throw junk together and make it work,
It's a good play on words, mate. Once you explained it to me, I felt like my brothers always said, Aaron, when God was handing out brains, Aaron thought he said train, so I asked for a slow one, But anyway, so I'm glad you explained that for me, DJ. Thank you very much. Now we've got some people. I'm just going to go a real quick shout out to a few people in the live stream at the moment. We've got Steve from Test Your Design. We've also got Guy from Top Tool. We've got Peter from Weld Machine Guys. All good channels. Go and check them out. We've got Doug from Metalworks Machine Shop. Look, we even got DJ in there. We've got Tom from Hilltop Machine Works. G'day, Tom. And we've got Robert Brown, my good buddy up in New South Wales. G'day, Robert. Welcome. The Eddies, go check out the Eddies, guys. Eddie, he's into machining and motor mechanics and stuff like that as well. Pete, Everett's Workshop. G'day, Everett. Welcome, buddy. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, it's good to see Everett. And Everett's just getting back on the YouTube again. He's got quite a good channel, but he's been a very busy man, I believe, with children and stuff like that, young kids. Yeah, so we've
Craig's
got...
in here too.
Beg your pardon?
We got Craig Tate. He's another good egg who hasn't been around in a while. It's time to make some videos, Craig.
Craig. Welcome, Craig. We've got Billy from Knox Machining. G'day, Billy. My Little Mule. Greg. Hey, Greg. Cut and Carve. Yeah, Chris over at Cut and Carve, CNC. G'day, buddy. Bill Baggers and Tassie. G'day, Bill. And welcome. I think I got everyone. If I missed anyone, JC Machine Shop Service, welcome. So tell us a bit about yourself, GJ. Now, Maddie alluded to me to the fact, and just give me a sec while you explain yourself. I'm going to email Maddie because Maddie told me to remind him when it's on. But you have a very, from me, what I see, like a very good grinding, precision machine grinding background. We won't mention companies at all, but just tell the people who are watching what you actually do for a living, DJ, and why you have these skills.
Daily job is I run an 18 by 72 Landis cylindrical grinder. Now, realistically, I don't do a lot of cylindrical grinding, but I do a lot of form plunge grinding. And if you guys have watched Max with Swan Valley's last video, on the top of his surface grinder is what they call a diaform. And it's literally nothing more than a lithograph or a pantograph for a grinding wheel. You can put a diamond in there at a specified point and shave in any shape, any radius, anything you want. So you take that, you plunge it in, and you make two matching corresponding shapes. And I make the tooling for cold rolling airfoils and hydrofoils, of which turbines, because turbines part of hydrogen. But that's kind of a short list of it.
All right, that's pretty cool, mate. It's way above what I'm doing, teaching high school kids.
I can take your high school kids. I can take you. The hardest part is knowing how to run the clapped out old grinder that the company wants to make millions with still and make it do.
Okay. Pretty cool. I have seen my buddy in Vietnam, Lionel. He's an Aussie guy, tool and die maker, and he did a lot of, he's on his grinder, surface grinding. He does a lot of form grinding on the wheels and can make, really grind a lot of complex shapes. Right. It's a skill that I don't have, but I need to play around a bit more with it.
Yeah. Again, I cheat with the die form because you literally have a template that you're tracing in.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah,
Sorry, Greg.
yeah, no, that's all right. Not to be confused. Remember, DJ, what I told you? That kid caught me up with a app called Grinder.
Yeah. You gotta
Not
stay
that.
not the right app.
That-
I'm still
that-
mad at you, by the way, with this stupid Apple product. I lost one of my favorite apps. There's a great feeds and speeds calculator for Android. iPhone,
oh,
no.
doesn't
And
have
the
it.
one that I found sucks.
Yep. Yeah. Well, look, I have an iPhone as well, mate, and an iMac computer here, but I'm only a struggling school teacher. I don't think I've got a lot of money, DJ. All right. So,
Tell me
mate,
about this. Don't have money. Got all these Mac toys, brand new tool post.
yeah.
Man, I could dream of that. I had to drive 2 hours to the Rust Belt to get probably a 1942 Aloris that'd been through World War II.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Just a guess and kind
Yeah.
of making a joke. Sorry.
That's all right, mate. I've just got my body. Marco's just popped in. I'll just put here, "G'day, Marco."
Go for it.
Yeah. So, buddy, look, you haven't been on YouTube long, have you, DJ? When did
What's
you
that?
start your When did you start your channel?
A year, 14 months ago, 15 months ago, something like that. I don't know. I'd
Yeah.
have to look back. I
Yeah,
definitely crested a year. I bet probably, hell, it might be on a year and a half now, actually. But yeah, I've been monkeying around for a while and trying to find the time to do it. And you know the game.
Yeah. Okay. When did you start getting serious on your YouTube channel? Was it about a year ago, or did you get serious from day one when you created it, like putting up videos and stuff like that?
Putting up videos is only when time allots. I guess I'm getting more and more serious, but I kind of anything I get into, I kind of just go balls out into, of which is ironic because my editing is still horrible, my storytelling is meh, whatever. But you know, I've got a collection of stuff, and this is all I've got to get from. I'm going to go do something. Hey, I should throw it on the channel. To let's make a plan and actually make a video. Because it never happens like that. It's more the absolute backwards of that.
Yep. Okay. So tell the viewers about your shop, DJ. What sort of machinery have you got in there, mate? I know you can't show it with your current setup, but
let's see. I've got 3 mills at the point in time. 1928 K&T fixed head plane that's in pieces. That's like an old rat rod project, if you will. It's just too cool to let go to the scrapyard.
Yep.
I've got it's a 1938 Cincinnati number 3 plane with vertical head on it. And then I've also got a hard hinge that I showed once and haven't really done anything more with because I don't like cranking handles. I want to throw the lever and let the auto feed take care of things. Then let me think. The Pratt Whitney's a 37. That's a 14 by 30 Model C. The number 2 Cincinnati cutter grinder, and soon I'll be having an upload. Most of you guys that are in here all have seen all the stuff I've hoarded up, but I'm going to put a video out of everything I've collected for the cutter grinder. Taft Pierce surface grinder, and again, all this has just been collected at damn near scrap, if not scrap price, because I'm cheap, I'm poor, and I live in the Rust Belt, so I can.
Yeah, oh, good. Well, not about, but living in the Rust Belt, and you can pick the stuff up, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very envious of the number 2 Cincinnati tool and cutter grinder you got.
Oh, it's a cool unit.
Yeah.
You should have been with me and my little mule Greg last Saturday. We were up to our ears in an entire building full of nothing but machine parts, looking for specific things.
Yep.
But as you glance out of the corner of your eye, you see a lead screw. Oh, what could I do with that? You know, every glance you had some distraction.
Yep.
And we spent 3 hours rummaging through there having a good old time.
You obviously got a bigger shop than me, mate. A lot of people don't know that, but when they come and meet me and come to my place, I'm in a 2-car garage in suburban Melbourne.
Now, what are the dimensions of your garage?
Oh, God, now you're going to test me. Hang on a minute. about 6 meters by 6 meters. So whatever that
18
is in
by
feet.
18.
Yeah, something
Okay,
like
yeah,
that.
I
I'd
got
have
you
to
there. I'm only
convert it.
26 by 32 in my shop,
Oh, okay. Yep.
and that's in feet.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You know,
So,
and the other side of it, that fancy sile, I bet you for the cost of that sile, I could double the size of my shop, including new concrete.
well, then again, it's a sile, mate, not a Haas. So over here, you could buy 2 siles for the cost of a Haas.
I don't really know what the pricing is. I just imagine a new machine to be at least 35, 40 grand.
Yeah. So US, to give you an idea in US dollars currently, and we got Kevin Advantage just popped in. Kevin from Mechanical Advantage. G'day, Kevin. Rico, g'day, Rico. Welcome. And Everett's got here. I need to come and visit for a couple of weeks with a flatbed, and we'll snoop equipment. Okay. Aaron, is that garage
You're
metric?
welcome any day. I've told you that one before.
Yeah. Greg. Sorry, Rico. Yes, mate, it is. So 6 meters by 6 meters. If somebody wants to convert that and put it in the chat for me, roughly 6. If you said 6.5 meters, it can pretty much fit 2 normal vehicles, but we're not talking about USA a vehicle. It takes up 3 lanes, and and it's got 400 horsepower or something. So
what's wrong with that?
No, nothing, mate. I'm envious. I'm envious. I want to get one of those big yank tank trucks, mate, like a big F250 or something like that. And
I got one. So you get here to the States, I'll cut you loose. I got a 600-ish horse power stroke, long bed crew cab, as much length and truck as you could ever want to drive with a ZF6.
I'd love, yeah. Well, I'd love to put a big Cummings in it or something like that, and just overfuel it, just so you put the foot down, it black stacks everywhere, and then I'll go down to one of the Climate Rebellion rallies and just hold the foot on the brake and gas them as I drop. No, I'm joking, just joking. All right, we got Kevin Mechanical Advantage got there. He's got $1 is about $1.37 Australian. Yeah, so that gives you an idea.
Yeah.
So if Kevin comes over, Kevin, when you come to Australia, mate, one of your US dollars will probably buy you a house and 3 cars. All right, because your dollar's that good to our Australian dollar. Someone's put in there. Mike Greg's going, how many bananas are in a meter? So that's a good. Now Curtis goes on about bananas all the time from Cutting Edge, and geez, people get upset with him. God, they get upset and cranky. Like, it's just a joke, guys. It's just a joke. Bill's got here an F-250 is only a baby over here. Oh, well, it'd suit me well, Bill. But anyway, now DJ, talking of cool stuff, can you just hold up what you held up before for me? Not the thing in your pants. I'm talking about the thing on the
got
desk.
A couple of them here. I mean, I've got a new one here, but I can't lift that. I'll throw my back out, and I got 2 down here. We'll go with this guy. Most everybody out there is seeing this, but it's this is so hard with the chat.
I'll bring you up on a single one. Hang on.
Oh, it's all right. I can get it from here. I just had the chat.
There we go.
It's last word, radius, and tangential or tangent. I give up. Tangent dresser. Made by Last Word, of which is actually been bought out by Suburban Tool. The weird one with this guy is it's got a radius diamond on it. This should be a straight point. And this is what you would run on a die form, like I use at work. And then here, I'll give you one more for the rest of the, this one's really heavy. Anybody name what that is other than Greg? Because he went and got it for me. But yeah.
I'm waiting for someone in the chats. No one in the chats put anything in there. So what is it, DJ? That that
was a Weldon air bearing for sharpening flutes on the end mills.
Oh, right. Okay. Yep. Okay. Let me bring you back up to double screen there. That's pretty bloody.
Rico, the answer is always, at the end of the day, you take your final say, yes, dear.
So that's that comment you're talking about, DJ?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So we got Maddie before said my workshop's about 20-something square feet he put up here. I might have missed it.
Way up there. Where'd it go?
Maddie's workshop, 20 feet square. Thanks, Maddie.
Maddie, if you're 20 feet square, that's 10 foot by 2 foot. I think you got a little more space than that.
Oh, he might have meant 20 by 20, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, no, I probably read the comment out wrong. Just funny there, I put one up from Everett's going, here in Alberta, we call a 1 ton with a lift kit, big tyres, slip tank, and some dude with white Oakleys and a backwards hat. In it, it's a rig rocket. So Everett, over here in Melbourne, Australia, you've got a really affluent, not affluent, that's different, affluent area in the heart of Melbourne, like where all the rich hobnobs live, and it's called Toorak. And every one of them, they drive around in either a top of the range Porsche Cayenne, 4-wheel drive, or a bloody BMW 4-wheel drive. Like, it will never see off road. And we call them Toorak tractors, all right, because there's just a status thing. But that's why I want my big 250 and black stack and drive it through their streets. But anyway, my little mule puts here, Everett, I call that compensating. There we go. So what stuff are you working on at the moment, DJ, in your shop at home, buddy?
Procrastinating. That's about the best one. It's been so cold, and anytime it's warm, I, for some reason, can't get out in the shop. And I mean, the last warm day I had, actually, I lied. 2 last warm days. I spent one with Greg out in Cleveland, which was an absolute riot. And the one after that, I actually just went out in my shop and monkeyed around with, because it was the first time I've been out there since probably the first week of January when it got cold up here, and it stayed really cold.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Again, moving and trying to read and.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
These ladies.
Yeah. So it's my little fat fingers on the type board as I'm trying to type. The camera's moving, so I apologise for that because I don't have an external keyboard that's attached to the laptop.
And to all you Australians in your trucks, we don't get cool stuff like diesel Toyota Hiluxes here. Our Toyotas have the SR22, and that thing's it's a very reliable engine, but it'll do 30 miles an hour, and that's downhill with a tailwind. There's a line where horsepower is fun.
Oh, absolutely. Well, remember last week, Paul talking about his build that he's doing. Paul from Cape Cod CNC.
Oh, yeah.
With his truck and Christ, I forget what turbo he was putting on it.
I don't remember either. It was an S366, but that doesn't seem right for the numbers he was talking coming out of a 12 valve, which was slightly confusing, but whichever.
Okay, well, he's in the chat there now, Cape Cod. So, Paul. Yeah. And just to add to that, I thought Hollywood had contacted you and wanted to use it as a wind machine, that turbo that you're putting on the truck as well.
Well, okay.
I'm being stupid.
Okay.
Rico, super nice.
From my house, no, not yet. I'm a long ways from that. I've still got, my grinding at work is simple OD. The tool and cutter work, I think, is about 6,000 times harder, and I don't know anything of it yet. But that's part of the fun, is figuring it out. And I've got piles of, surplus, again, rust belt cutters to play with. So if I botch 24 of them, I'm out the grinding wheels. That's about it. And the electric bill. But there's only one way to learn, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep, burn some wheels. You said only one way to wheel, one way to learn, and I said go through some grinding wheels, and
that's it. That's absolutely it.
And have a practice. That I don't know if you've seen that little tool and cutter I've got, that Taiwanese one.
I've watched you. Go ahead, sorry.
No, you're right, DJ. It's a very poor design because the motor, when you're grinding, the grindings actually get vented into the motor if you're not careful. Ooh. It's a poor design. And then on the impeller that sucks the fan through, there's a bit of a hole in the impeller. And that must be the centrifugal start mechanism. There must be contactors in there. And I turned it on the other day and a flame shot out of it. I was going, Jesus, I had to blow it all out, mate, to get it working. It tripped the power. It tripped the power inside the house. The missus screaming at me.
Now,
thought I'd blown myself up.
You're a shop teacher. Wouldn't you be telling yourself to get some kind of ventilation on your grinding? Even just a shop vac?
As I previously said, not very bright, but I can lift heavy things. Yeah.
All right, look, Aaron, you make some good quality content. Abrasives
Thanks, buddy.
are toxic. They're bad.
No, I have the roller door. Yeah. So where I grind, there's a roller door there. So I actually lift the roller door up, and predominantly for filming, I've got to have the door down, obviously, because there's too much light coming through. But yeah, 9 times out of 10, I vet it outside and towards the neighbor's house. They love it.
I'm sure they do. Let me just go rub this in your paint job on your car real quick.
I know. Is Craig Tate's just popped in here? It's Craig saying here. I've been a career electrician my entire life, but you would be terrified if you saw the wiring inside my house. I know, Craig. I'm a former motor mechanic before I was a shop teacher, and I hate doing any sort of mechanical work, predominantly because I can't fit under the car anymore, DJ, without Jack putting it on a hoist. That's probably one of the reasons why. And Steve from Test Your Designs going, can't teach an old teacher new tricks. That's very true, Steve. It's a motto I have: do as I say, not as I do. In my house, in my workshop at school. So what else is happening, mate? So you've been playing around with some grinding. I've been watching some of your videos. Now, for the people out there watching at the moment, Harold had been not well from ARW, and I believe you and Billy from Knox Machining had been helping with those live streams. Is that correct?
Harold has been under the weather. Billy kind of took the torch, and I've just been trying to kind of wrangle up creators and new faces to get on there. Same with you as you're doing, trying to get small people and get them some exposure, and I'd like to find a good balance between higher subscription counts, easy to get more views to the show, and younger guys, smaller channels, people like, Hidden World Forge. I don't know if you've seen that one.
I haven't.
Oh, check him out, because he forged his own 40 taper boring head holder.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like that's a commitment right there.
When you get a minute, if you send me that link via email when we're finished up, mate, I'd love to check him out. And that's the thing. There's so many great channels out there that I don't even know about. And this whole live stuff, this was I didn't want to do this live stream and step on other people's toes. So, like Harold at ARW, he's doing a live stream. There's Emma over here in Australia, Emma's machine, spare room machine shop. I didn't want to step on Emma's toes. So a guy from Top Tool actually mentioned this to me. He goes, Aaron, why don't you just have some little live screens where you just bring one person on a week, and just introduce them and talk about them. And that's, I think I mentioned it to you, DJ, and you said, look, I'll come on. And
why not? Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. It's a lot easier to grab one person a week than it is to try to get 5, 6, 7.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, mate. And
and as Billy says there, and a topic. There's a lot of, what are we going to talk about this week? I don't know. What do you think? I don't know.
Well, my ones, guys, the topic every week is going to be just to introduce another YouTuber that you may not know about. Basically what they do, what's their background. So are they a journeyman or a tradesman or something like that? And what they have in their shop, if they can show their shop, that'd be great as well. But like I said, anybody who wants to check DJ out more, if you look in this video link, I've put his URL, the YouTube channel URL, in the video description area. Now, while we're talking about YouTube, guys, please just really quickly give me a like, please. Click that like button. And the other thing, DJ, it's really hard for smaller creators to get a Guernsey on YouTube, mate. There's just so much content out there.
Oh, my God, yeah. I've caught people, 3, 4-year-old channels with even 2,000 subs on stream, like, how have I not seen this? And you catch that and you're just like, what the hell? They're like Cape Cod CNC. Nope, nothing of it. But yet a lot of these guys that are in the chat I've met in person. I've met through this, and it's really pretty cool. And then the sticker thing just totally expanded my world in YouTube and my networking, which is, again, to me, it was like, oh, the YouTube money. No, but meeting all these people is really cool. Hell, meeting you,
Yep. Thank you. No, it is good, and that's why I started with the sticker swap as well. And they're a little bit costly to go and buy some if you just pay someone to do it, but they're worth it. And by the time you ship them around the world, but it's good to give you a little bit of exposure and other people to find who you are and out there. And it was one of the points Steve just mentioned before from the Shark River Machine Shop. Stephen, he was saying he's subscribed to over 300 channels, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like we got Everett. I believe Everett's up in Canada. I made the mistake of saying Everett was from USA and did I cop it once. So that will never happen again, Everett. So
he lives 2 states north of Montana.
Okay. Over that way somewhere, wherever that is.
Yeah, way up north.
Okay.
2 things. Number 1, Doug's in here. He's this close to breaking his 1,000 subs. If anybody's in that chat that's not subscribed to Doug and you're into, you know, K&Ts and mills like that, go give Doug a sub. He's a great guy. Just did a great video on fire safety in the shop, which segues into another one. Paul, the Knackler, put out, and just the way he put it, set a playlist. You know, if you're going out for work and nobody's going to be home, get on YouTube and get on, oh Christ, I'm drawing a blank now. Cliff Shed. Put a playlist to all of Cliff's videos and just let him play. Walk away from your TV. Give him the views. Because, you know, next pay cycle or however the hell that works, that might help him buy some tooling back.
Yep.
You know, if we get everybody in the community to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a good segue that you mentioned, DJ. I find a lot of people too, you know, if they really want to support you, just let it play. You know, in your workshop. Sometimes I'll just be out in the workshop, but I'm not filming. I'll just leave the TV running, connected to Google, YouTube. You know. And I just let it play because that gets your, you know, your watch per whatever it's called, you know, up as well.
Watch time and everything.
Watch time. Yeah, that's it.
All the analytic things that we all struggle to keep, you know, up to.
Yeah. Exactly. So look, just to clarify, DJ mentioned Doug. Doug is from this channel here, Metalworks Machine Shop.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And if you also like grinding, we got Phil here. Phil's from Texas, Almost Machining. Phil's a good guy too, a buddy of mine.
Arizona,
is it? I do apologize. I thought you were in Texas, Phil. Sorry, buddy. I told you I'm not that bright.
Oh, that's all right. That'd be like me saying, well, you live next to Maddie and he lives next to Bruce, which lives next to, but in all reality, you're on opposite sides of, you know, a continent.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if I look on the wall at the map, you're only this big. So, you know, it's not that far.
Funny enough, you probably don't know this, DJ, but because the way the maps were done, do you know Australia is roughly the same landmass as the USA? Very close to it.
Really?
Absolutely. Wild. Yeah, so the top lines are latitude, I think, are stretched in the old maps that we learnt at school up the top. Yeah. Anyway, that's another topic for another day. But yeah, Australia is very close. But what a lot of guys don't know is that we're actually in Asia. We're not in Europe. Australia is part of Asia. We're below Indonesia.
Right.
Yeah, you've got China, Vietnam, you know, Japan, you know, so we're really part of Asia. Yeah, Maddie's put on there, Aaron's 6 hours away from me by car, by driving. Exactly. It's quite a...
So that's not that far. That's how far it is to Doug's house.
Yeah, exactly.
For me to Doug is about 5.5 hours.
Just down the road, exactly. Another good channel in here too, guys, is the Eddies. Go and check out Eddie. And if you want to see...
Great guy.
Absolutely. If you want to see something really good, watch Eddie's old man kickstart a friggin' 754 Honda motorcycle. It was either a 754 or a Quacker 9. His old man, I couldn't believe it. He'd have to be 70 years of age, Eddie, surely. Your dad? I nearly fell over when I saw him do that. I thought, he's a gun. Hey, I don't want to meet him in the pub. He'd probably go, pass this on, fat boy, and punch me in the head. You know, but anyway...
Billy. I just want to know, my wife asked, does the water go down the toilet backwards?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's all we needed to know.
Bart Simpson was correct in that video.
I don't remember on the Simpsons, but okay.
So it was Bart. Bart had flown to Australia and he got in trouble for doing prank calls, so he was brought over by the government to be punished. And he was bringing people to see if the toilet water spun the other way. And Yeah, different sort. Yeah, we have different style toilets too. I did notice that when I was in the States. Your guys' water level sits a lot higher than our water level.
The water level sits. That's because we set the limit. You know.
Yeah. Well, our systems, our main toilet systems are different than yours.
Well, there's this thing. It's called America. We waste everything.
I know.
America and give it more.
What's this bloody now? For those of you who don't know out there, Kevin Ellingson, he's my go-to guy. So DJ's playing around with Fusion 360 and helping out some of the beginners and how to start. So check out this guy, DJ.
Can you read that?
We need more bigger water to flush big American craps. Yeah, okay.
My wife just sent me that.
Beautiful. So Kevin's my go-to guy for Fusion, mate, when I get stuck. So check out his, if you want to learn Fusion.
Where are we at now? Who is this here? Mechanical Advantage?
This is Kevin. Look, don't hold it against him. He lives up in Minnesota, near Fargo. But look, yeah, and he's a strong advocate of the imperial measurement system as well. So, but look, I won't go there. But we hang shit on each other. We're good mates. We've caught up a few times in the States before. Just quickly through a couple of comments. We're just running out of time. We've gone into overtime.
Oh, we are in overtime. Shit, sorry.
Yeah. So no, don't be silly. We got Test Your Design. So up here, ladies and gentlemen. So next week I'm going to be interviewing Steve from Test Your Design at the same time on this Thursday platform. Steve's a good guy. Doesn't have much. He did have stuff on his YouTube channel, but I can't find it. I got your channel, but it seems you take your content down, Steve. But Steve's put a fair.
Same guy I'm thinking on Instagram as well.
Yep, that's him.
I thought so. And then I'm looking, and I'm like, I couldn't find the YouTube link, and I was scratching my head, and then I don't know. I probably saw something run across the floor, and distraction happened.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no, that's a. No, don't be sorry, DJ. It's finally great to sit down one-on-one with you, mate, and have a chat with you. And
absolutely, man. Thank you for having me on, and thanks for everybody that showed up. That
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Crimes,
Yeah. Now, so guys, just quickly before I go, next week, Steve. But the following week after Steve, I'm going to interview James from Boring Research. James that does the spindle trams, and give him some exposure at some Boring Research in Boring, USA. Don't know if you know him. Anyway, look, what are they saying here? Thanks for hosting, Aaron. Good to see DJ up there too. This is from Everett. Okay. So thanks, buddy. Thanks, Everett, for joining in. Just quickly, and Rico's gone, have a good night. Okay. Oh, I mentioned Kimber in here too. Someone said in here, Doug, I thought you were pretty close to Kimber. Yeah.
That's a great answer.
All right, DJ. Well, look, thank you very much, mate. I know it's a bit late over there.
Good night, all. Yeah, I go to bed early, get up way too early.
And say hello to your family for me, and thank your wife for allowing you to come on tonight. I'm sorry to take you away from her family time.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Good night to all.
Good night, everyone, and thank you. And we'll cut it off now. Thanks for joining in, ladies and gentlemen. Have a beautiful day.